What is up, YouTube? Well, welcome back to the channel. We've got day number 86 here for you. And Merry Christmas Eve. It is Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. And lesson of the day today, Incarnation. So, why did God choose to send his son into the world as a baby? God's mission was to save us for eternity and to show us how to live now. The incarnation, the Son of God coming to us in the flesh, means that God, in the form of a human baby, entered into our world to identify with our situation, to experience our suffering, and to suffer for our salvation. Wow, sorry. We can never claim that God doesn't understand because God stood where we stand. Refusing to stand aloof or apart from us, the Lord entered fully into our lives. Read Hebrews 2:14 through 18. As one of us, yet one who is also fully divine, he was able to pay the full price for our sin, opening the way to eternal life. He is also able to show us how to live a life of surrender and obedience to God. God's response. In God in his gracious kingdom, or no, godly day. I can't read right now because it's a little cold outside, sorry. God, in his gracious kindness, declares us not guilty. He has done this through Jesus Christ, who has freed us by taking away our sins. For God sent Jesus to take the punishment for our sins and to satisfy God's anger against us. Romans 3:24 through 25. And this is God's promise. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. John 3:16. So, the lesson on today is very simple, and let us not forget that we celebrate Christmas for a reason, and it's not just to do presents and Santa Claus and everything like that. It's about Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who came and saved us from our sins and died on the cross for us. So, very simple lesson of the day is, Jesus went through a whole life. He could have came into the world as an already 30-year-old man and preached immediately, but no, he wanted to humble himself to the point that he had all of our experiences and went through what we went through to understand us. And obviously we were made in his image, so him coming down into the form of man or whatever, just humbling himself, showing us that he is a loving God that is wanted to give you the choice of whether or not you wanted to believe in him or not. So yeah, that's pretty simple lesson on the day, but also it's a complicated one which I could go a very long time about, but that's not what we're here for right now. We're here for back day. So we're gonna get inside and do our little back day here. It is around, time is it, 9:05 p.m. tonight. Merry Christmas. Well, I guess Christmas Eve. So yeah, let's just get straight into it and get out of here. I'm already honestly pretty hungry, even though I just had Christmas dinner or whatever, Christmas Eve dinner. But yeah, I mean, let's get inside, get after it today. Pretty good back day. I'm excited for it. I got my pre-workout. Give me a sec, let me grab it. Like I said earlier, I downloaded DaVinci Resolve, but until I can get really good at it, I have some sample clips, which I'll probably get more sample clips today to test out the color grading and stuff. But until then, we're going to keep doing YouTube as we do, which is just, with the regular, not S-Log filming, just regular stuff, because it's easy and I can pump it out to you guys quick. But yeah, until we figure out the color grading for sure, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. So, which we did do a little sample testing of DaVinci Resolve color grading last night. It is so difficult to navigate. You got gamma, you got all this other stuff. I don't even know what it is to name it. So, yeah, there's just so much stuff that goes into DaVinci Resolve, and that's why I haven't switched softwares in so long, is because it's such a difficult software to learn. But yeah, we got pre-workout here. I did do like a little tiny scoop of the pre-workout because I don't need the caffeine as much. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Cheers, you guys. Cheers. Oh, I did not put ice in it this time, so yeah, a little bit easier to chug there. But I will see you guys on the lat pull down. This is where we're gonna start. We're gonna do more of a lat focused day today. The reason I do my lat focused days is because you build your shoulders wide, right? You want your shoulders to be wide if you have a wider waist. So if you build your shoulders wide, you also need those lats to come in to give you that nice little hourglass looking shape. And of course, you want to build those abductors as well, because once you build those abductors enough, it gives you that little like out on the legs there. So you don't want that hourglass and then it comes straight down, right? You want that hourglass and then it comes out too, right? So that's kind of what we do, why we do what we do. So let's get inside. I'll see you guys at the lat pull downs, and we'll get after it today on this heavy back day. It is eerily quiet in this gym right now, but so I opted for the first exercise to be more of like a mid-back exercise. So I'm not doing the close grip for the lats because I'm going to train the lats the rest of the day. I want to do a little bit of high back training, just throw something in there. Also fire up all the back muscles, get them ready to go. So we got the straight bar pull downs here, and I'm going to use my wrist straps obviously, because if I can take any of the limiting factor out of my grip and put it onto my back, I'm going to do so. So that's where obviously the wraps are going to come in. But yeah, I saw a study last night, and this is the thing, I'm always doing research, so if I learn something, you guys are going to learn something. And I saw this research last night that a 4-second negative in comparison to a 1-second negative, you see the same muscle growth or muscle hypertrophy. So I'm going to try that today. Obviously, you guys know me. I'll do my hold and then slowly let it down, and that's because of studies with Mike Israetel. And the reason he obviously portrayed that and told people to do that is because a lot of people have a struggle with mind-muscle connection. But since I'm an advanced lifter, I have a pretty good mind-muscle connection and I know what to do. So I'm not going to be throwing the weight around. Don't think that. It's just I'm not going to be holding that 4-second static hold that I usually would. So I'm going to be able to lift a little bit more weight. And yeah, so don't think I'm not controlling the weight. It's just I'm not going to do that 4-second negative for every single rep that I do. So I might be able to go a little bit more in weight. So we'll see. But yeah, let's just get straight into it, y'all. You guys know what the drill is. So since we're doing that, we're going to go up and weight to about 200 here. And yeah, that's about it. So
if you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? Nothing.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
So I made sure I got those lengthened partials in there at the end. I'm not just going to finish on what I can do. We're going to just go till true failure here, which is until I'm not able to put the weight up anymore. So from here, we're going to move on to that cable behind me and do, you guys already know, for that lats. From there to a rowing machine. From there to this pullover machine. So on and so forth. You guys will kind of see it, but yeah. I'm gonna get a few clips for social media and stuff. I haven't been posting to my social medias because, I don't know, man, it's just so weird to try and do well on social media. Even though I have 197 or whatever, 96,000 on Instagram, it's like none of my content even gets pushed to my followers. So it's like, it feels like they're bots. And I don't wanna just post like it's a chore. I wanna post how I feel or what I'm feeling, So I kind of just took a break and put everything into here. So let's just move it on here. Let's get to it. Same thing though, we're gonna do, instead of a 4-second negative, which is like really, really extensively holding it, we're gonna do come down, up, up. Just like, very simple. We're just gonna be able to probably add a little bit more weight, and that's about it really. It's just adding a little bit more weight, and if you have the good mind-muscle connection, you don't really need to do the 4-second negative. So we're gonna see how that feels. If it feels any different, feels the same, we'll get back to you.
You're not done yet. In case you've forgotten, you have your own reasons for coming.
Like usual, lengthened partials. Let's move it on to the rowing machine. Let's get to it. In comparison to last time, I had the seat all the way almost down because the angle of attack is gonna come like a little U, if that makes sense. So I wanted that elbow to come up and out. This time I have it all the way up, so I get that attack angle on the way down. It would only make sense if you had the machine and you did it. So basically it's like a U, so it comes up like this, right? So if I push myself back and I do that U, I come at the angle of attack on the back side here. If I come forward and I put the seat all the way up, that angle of attack now becomes from here to here. So you'll kind of see what I'm talking about if you watch my last back day video, which again, the love and support on the past few videos have been awesome. Yeah, let's just get to it. How about it?
The world's most massively developed human. Squeeze it! Come on, squeeze it! Kill me!
Same thing, just the right side. And you know, usually I would be pushing back here to get that out. So now I'm gonna come up to here, have it come down. So my hand is gonna be under. I'll do a little underhanded thing here. Last time I was doing overhand. I really make sure that, I don't know what the muscle's called, but yeah.
Soon a rain of blood, the likes of which you cannot imagine, shall fall down. It will be a storm, death. Take heed, struggler. Struggle, endure, contend. For that alone is the sword of one defies death.
Whew. All right, I'll see you guys on this next exercise here. Which 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we got this and then the finisher, or not this, no, the overhead thing, and then the finisher, and we're done. But let's move it on here. There's probably gonna be a deload week coming here soon because, you know, honestly, I was probably not as smart as I could have been with this whole bodybuilding thing. I started it 2 years ago, and I never did a deload week because in my eyes, whenever I stopped going to the gym, I lost strength. But ever since I started training properly, I've never actually tried a deload week, which is of my own stupidity. So we're gonna try that probably this upcoming week, which unfortunately, obviously, is not gonna be as enjoyable for the videos, but I would like to show you guys what a deload week looks like so you're not like, oh, well, what do I do? We're gonna learn together. Like I said, everything I learned, you're gonna learn as well. So, yeah. Let's get into this, and then we're gonna do this last finisher, which you guys already know what we do on the finisher, but we're gonna change it up just a tad here to something just a little bit different. But yeah, so I'll see you guys at the finisher after we do here. Let's get to it. Also, I've got 4 plates on here, and we're probably in a rep range of 6 to 8, depending on how strong we feel with the 1 second negatives here. So let's get into it.
Now, the only place to go from failure is to win.
And keep winning until I attain my dream. A dream they clung to and risked their lives for. My dream is already smeared with blood. I don't regret. I don't feel guilty. But I'd rather sacrifice myself than watch any more innocent children die in the name of my dream.
So, right where we said, let's move on here to the finisher, which is gonna take us back to where we started, but we're gonna do a single hand or single arm pull. So, see you guys there. All right, if you have the ability, set your cable up like this, or not cable, set your seat up like this, and you're gonna get one of these D handles right here. Basically, same thing as I usually do for the finisher, but just with a single arm. That's about it. And, you know, I got this on this pad that's non-stick, or not non-stick, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but yeah. Set your cable up like this. But once you get your seat set up like this, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just gonna grab the cable and I'm gonna pull it down. So, same thing as you usually do for the finisher, just with a single arm. So we're not gonna be able to go as heavy as we usually do, but we're gonna be able to get some pretty good weight here. Yeah. Nothing too complicated. Oh, yep.
It's easier to accept the fact that I'm just not good enough. I wasn't made to do that. And yeah, some of us can't be LeBron fucking James. But I'll tell you right now, man, we can do a lot of shit when it comes to this pure arm guts and willpower and getting through shit. We have a lot more, with a lot more than we think we have.
We got it at 110 right now.
It's the what if I could
feels
pull
about
off
right.
a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arm. Because it makes me just like, what if?
To get through where I became, to get through where I'm at now, there's nothing but pride.
All right, so basically I'm focusing on driving that hip, or driving my elbow into my hip. That's all I'm focusing on. You don't want to think about too many things at once, because then, you know, you kind of get out of it. So all I'm really focusing on is getting that elbow to drive straight into that hip. And that activates, fires that lat.
It's crazy, man, of this thought. 'Cause I'm always by myself. I'm always deep fucking thought about how to be better. And I look out there, I'm like, man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you live your life. Don't fucking die like this. Don't die like this.
Come on. Get it. 17. You don't know me, son. Get it. 18. You don't know me, son. Get it. 19. Son. Yeah. 20. You got the Lord.
Whew. And that feels really good. Whoa. That feels really good. So I'm probably gonna go up and wait and do one more set here, because it felt a little light. I got 10 reps. I wanna always get to a rep range of either 4 to 6, 6 to 8, so 4 to 8 rep range. That's usually where I wanna stay. Yeah, so let's get into one more set here, but I will see you guys in the posing room, and we will get out of here on the day. Let's see what time it is. Hold up 1 second. It's 10:46, so I'm gonna prematurely say Merry Christmas, because it is in an hour and 14 minutes. But yeah, good back day, guys. Feels really good, feel really pumped. Let's get to the posing room and get out of here, guys. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I go home and eat some chicken and probably some fruit. And yeah, it's gonna do it on our day. See you guys in the posing room. That is gonna do it on day number 86. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in these past few videos. Every video has gotten over like 100, 200 views. Awesome, you guys. You guys have no idea how much that means to me after months and months of busting my butt and trying to make this work. Getting 40 views a video with like 3 likes, and now we're getting hundreds of views and like 10-ish, 15, 20 likes on each video. Thank you guys so much, man. It really does mean the world to me. You know, the reason I've wanted to do YouTube, and I'm just gonna say this, and I don't want this to sound corny or anything, the reason I've wanted to do YouTube is because when I built my following on Instagram, everybody's like, you know, you build that following to sell, you build it to sell something, sell, sell, sell. And, you know, I actually succumbed to that at one point, and I got some mentor who, if you guys know who Sam Millsap is, he's a scammer. Do not get his mentorship. Do not buy anything from him. He's a scammer. I gave him quite a bit of money. I don't want to say how much, but I gave him quite a bit of money, and all I got back were vague answers. He had no idea what he was doing. I had no clue what I was doing, and I needed his help because he apparently already did it, and I was trying to do a fitness business with, you know, being a fitness coach. And I actually knew what I was talking about. I'm bigger than him. I know more than him. So basically, I was just trying to get my business off the ground. And every time I text him to ask him a question, I'd get a very vague answer. His team was not clear in communicating with me about the, you know, what I'm purchasing and everything. They said it was a one-time payment. I found out later it was a monthly payment that I had to keep paying, which is substantial amount of money. And so basically, I got scammed. Do not buy anything from Sam Millsap if you know him, or if you've seen any of his stuff. Do not buy from him. Just, you know, giving you guys what I learned. But at the same time, when I was doing it, I realized that this is not the industry that I wanted to be in. Basically, it's not, I wasn't going to be scamming anybody. It's just I didn't know how to portray a real, you know, I was a real coach. I wasn't just trying to say, like, you know, regurgitate things off ChatGPT and things from Alex Hormozi to get sales, you know. That's never what I wanted to do. I just wanted to help people. And, you know, that's why I started YouTube, and I went all in on YouTube because I was like, you know what, this is not for me. I don't like this world where everybody's like just trying to get a quick buck from selling you something on fitness. So that's why I did YouTube, so I can show you everything that you need to know for absolutely free. And I think that's just, you know, that's been my calling, is to help people without trying to have a price tag on it. And, you know, a lot of why I do what I do is because, you know, God has called me to help people and inspire them, motivate them, and I've done that on Instagram. And then, of course, I tried to, you know, make money from doing that, and it just wasn't for me. And God showed me that in the way that, you know, I went through with Sam, and things didn't work out, and now here we are. So we're gonna go full force on YouTube, show you everything that you need to know just for free. So that's why I do what I do, is because, you know, a lot of people, especially fitness influencers and in that industry, they want to show you the best lighting, best camera, everything like that. I've said this a million times, but they're never going to show you what the reality looks like. So let's get into that real quick and show you what it really looks like to be a natural lifter. You've seen, you know, this side of me where the traps are always flexed, but you also see the side of me where I'm not flexing, I'm not posing. Yes, I do have really good lighting, so take that into account before you understand or, you know, compare yourself to anything. I also have a 4K video camera with a pretty good lens, so take that into account before you compare, you know, and contrast. So let's get into it real quick. Like we always do, we do an unflex and a flex because I want to show you guys the reality of bodybuilding and everything about it. So, you know, a flex to me, right, would be standing here like this. That's a flex to me. I can stand here, you know, I can talk, I can do what I need to do, and that's flexed. So a lot of people will only show you this when they're talking in videos. You know, they're just going to stand like this because they want you to think, oh, I'm really good, I did blah, blah, blah. He's really much better than me, when in reality, I'm not. You know, this is what I look like. No flexing, you know, if you see a little bit of definition in the abs because I'm talking. But yeah, I mean, like, look, there's a difference between me standing here regularly and me puffing out my chest, flexing my abs in, and everything. So there's a big difference, you know. It's, again, so big difference between me standing here like this and just relaxed. So I want you guys to understand that. Let's get into a 360 here. Relaxed first. It was a back day, so my back is pumped. But moving into the flexing, we're gonna bring the abs in first. That's always, always, always gonna be the first thing. Then I'm gonna roll my shoulders forward, curl those arms in, and give me that overall nice package there. Side profile,
you know,
you guys already saw what we did, no flex.
The more you put into anything in life, the more you're gonna get out. Let's talk about 5% mentality. 5% mentality basically is a person that's willing to do whatever it takes to reach his goals.
You know, the thing is, you gotta really sit back and understand that, you know, life's short, you gotta do all you can while you can.
There's so much in life, and there's so many things to accomplish, and think outside the box. You're willing to do whatever it takes in every aspect to be the best you can be, and have that 5% mentality to where every day you're working harder and harder to accomplish those goals, whatever they may be. And, you know, accomplishing stuff in life is what makes us live, what makes us feel good about ourselves, what keeps us pushing towards everything.
So you guys, that's gonna do it. Day number 86, back day. Really, really enjoyable. It's Christmas Eve. Nobody's here. It is eerily quiet in the gym, which I really, really do love. So I'm gonna go back home, see what the deadlift videos are like. I did deadlift today, by the way. If you guys have watched these past videos, I got injured 2 weeks ago from a deadlift, and it was because, in my opinion, I was trying to pull it too fast. You know, once you get strong enough, you want to see how quickly you can get a weight up, and that was my mistake. I shouldn't have ever done that because I sacrificed form for how quickly I could get it up. So today we just focused on really going from a position of hinging, bending down, and then picking the weight up. So really just focused on form and technique today. Went really slow with the lifts, did it just simple 5 reps of 405, and yeah, got out pretty quick. So I didn't want to, you know, do anything too much because last time I did 405, I did a real set. I had 8 reps. Didn't want to go there because I didn't want to risk anything. So we're just going to slowly climb that ladder back up. And yeah, but my advice on the day is going to be, you know, so what is my advice on the day? I think it's what I've already talked about. I learned recently that, you know, if you guys have watched my videos, you would see that I, you know, do this static negative of 4-second negative or even more. And I learned just recently from studies that Jeff Nippard had researched that comparison to a 4-second negative and a 1-second negative, the 2 studies showed that there was the same amount of muscle hypertrophy. So we tried today doing 1-second negatives, I guess you could say, but just regular reps here. And I mean, I feel the same, definitely. So we're gonna keep going with that. Obviously it's gonna allow me to add a little bit more weight. We're gonna be able to do a little bit more in rep wise, so we're gonna have to do more weight for less reps. And yeah, so hopefully my strength will, go up a little bit here. And next week, like I said, we're probably gonna have to do a deload week. And what I actually said earlier, I've never ever done a deload week in my career of lifting, which is probably my stupidity, because I probably could have progressed a lot more had I done deload weeks. But we're gonna go through that together. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a deload week. I'm gonna also learn myself how to do a deload week. Like I said, we're gonna learn together, yeah. So that's going to do it on day number 86, you guys. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in recently. It's meant the absolute world to me. If you could, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. We're going to keep going with this until I make it, and that is about it, you guys. We had just got DaVinci Resolve, so we are learning to color grade. But until we do learn to color grade, we're going to keep staying on the CapCut interface because it's very, very easily manageable. I can pump videos out to you guys the next day. And yeah, with all that being said, though, again, I appreciate you guys so, so much for tuning in. It means the world to me. With all that being said, though, I will see you guys next time.